Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a quick little tutorial today. So some of you who watch my channel might already know I have a grandson. I call him B, and that's short for Busy Bee. He just turned 4 years old, and he likes to come into my craft room and stamp. Actually, it's one of his favorite things to do. So the other day we were in here and he made all of these little stamp things. So what I have are some Avery labels. These are different sized ones, but I had these little bit bigger ones, and I thought it would be fun to let him stamp on those and see what we came up with. So he just grabbed stamps, and as you can see, he's learning how to stamp. So there's some voids in here and things like that as he's learning, pressure and not just stamp and go on. He wants to do it really quick. So we've been practicing a little bit more on how to make the stamp a little more clear. So we just went through and he made all of these. So what I thought about doing was, after I got them all done in the last batch that we made, I colored them in with Copic markers and then put them on some cardstock that I have and backed them with some tea dye or coffee dyed paper, and they turned out really cute. So they could be, if you didn't put the coffee dyed paper on them, you could just have the cardstock and they could be a pocket or a corner tuck spot or something like that. They could just be used as a sticker and go right onto the page, or you could back them with the cardstock, give them a little more stability, and then the coffee dyed paper, and that becomes a journal card or tag or something like that. So that was kind of my idea behind it. So he did orient most of them this way. These are the long way. So, this could be like a journal card. These could be pockets. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I just kind of wanted to take you through the process. And if, you have these stickers sitting around and you have nothing to put them on. I mean, I bought these for a purpose, used a few of them, and then I've had them for a long time. So, anyway, that's kind of where we're at today. Just thought I'd pop on here real quick and kind of show you how I did these. I'm just pulling some markers here. So I have different Copic markers. I've never really used these before this project, so that was fun to get these out and work with them a little bit. So I'm just pulling a couple different colors here so we can get a feel for how I made these. So if you watched a former video I had, I did mention these in the video, although I didn't show how I made them. So I should have pulled these before I started the camera rolling, but here we are now, so we will move on. So yeah, all I did basically, I colored them in before I put them on the cardstock, and that was a little bit more difficult. So I'm just going to take these, and these are really sticky. If yours aren't sticky, you might want to use some glue on there, but the stickers are really sticky on these. And I use Stays On ink, and I have that in a this called Timber Brown. So I had that, and that's what we used. I also used it with the Tim Holtz Distressed ink, and those turned out cool too. So I don't think it really matters for the project that we're doing. So I just put these on like this, and as you can see, when we take them off of the backing, they become their own little miniature artwork, and I thought that was really cool. Guess I should have put that the other way. So this one, we have half a butterfly, and I'm trying to help him know that we don't have to line everything up. So he's definitely a liner up when he crafts. So I'm trying to encourage him to just, do things more random, and I think that he is kind of picking up on that. Sorry, I'm off camera here, but I'm just putting these down. I won't do too many, but we'll just put some on here. And then I did color them while they're on the backing, because then if you get any ink off on the side, that's fine. So I'm not going to do them all on camera, obviously, but that we would be here all day. So as you can see, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how that kind of makes them into a little miniature vignette, I guess. So I'll put these over here. I'll work on those later. And then I don't want to get this messed up, so let me put this up here. So yeah, I just grabbed a marker and I was like, okay, well, you know, this one's got a tree on it, so maybe we'll use this kind of greeny color. And these are alcohol markers. These are not Copic, they're a different brand. Let's see if this one's, there we go. And I used this end of it just to get, you know, a little better coverage. So we're just going to kind of come in, and as you can see, you don't have to color on the lines. And I did find, for those of you who haven't, like me, you hadn't used these markers before, I just found that you can kind of darken them up by going over it several times. So if you want the edge here to be a little bit darker, you just go in there and do that. And get rid of that line that the marker makes. So there's that. It's a little bit darker than the other ones I tried. So I just liked how these turned out, and then I'm going to use them to make some other ephemera. So be watching my shop and channel as I share those with you as they come up. So this was a fun project to do with my grandson. We had a lot of fun, and he's learning, as he's learning to stamp, what he likes to have. He's got certain stamps that he really likes, and I think it's just a fun way for us to connect. And I kind of like to do on a couple of them, I did a little bit more color, because it will kind of, as it dries, it kind of gets a little bit lighter, which is cool. And then I don't know if I want to do a really dark one. Let's see if I have maybe a lighter brown. Yeah, let's see what this one does. So I've had fun working with the markers, because I've never really done that before. I don't even know if I'm using them right or how they're supposed to be used, but figured I could watch a video and learn more about them. So they were gifted to me, and I never have really used them. So as you can see, there's lines on here, so then I just kind of went over it, and you can make like swirly lines or stuff. It kind of blended in more, is how I kind of did that. And like I said, this will dry a little bit lighter, but they make really cool backgrounds is what I'm using these for. I really like this color, especially with the brown background. And I like that you can color outside the lines. So what I thought about doing with this is coming in and trying, I've never done this before, but trying a different color, you know, on the butterfly there. See how that works, because I know I've seen in some videos how these markers kind of blend in with each other. So I thought it'd be fun to just kind of come in, kind of give it a watercolor look. So lots of different things you could do with this. Okay, and then once those are dry, I just kind of went back and at like here you can see like his stamp, you know, it's a little blurry because he kind of moves it and stuff when he's putting it on there, but I think for a background that's just fine how that works. So it's interesting because this stamp here had a little bit of purple on it, so when we put the brown ink on there it kind of picked it up, and that normally doesn't happen, but I hadn't cleaned my stamp, so I guess that's why it happened. So let me just cut this out. And then I just cut around this. Now if you want to put your coffee dyed paper on the back, there's a couple different ways that we can do that. So I do have it like this, and then also I kind of have backed it with cardstock, like printed cardstock, and then just tore out a piece of the coffee dyed paper and put on the back. But I think for this demonstration I'll just put it on there. Now I put it all on at the same time so that I'm not having to cut it twice. And again, I get my papers here, my coffee dyed beautiful papers from Cheryl's at Cheryl's Crafts. So she'll be linked in the description box, her channel. And then she has an Etsy shop that's listed on her videos that you can go check out her dyed papers. So okay, so I'm just going to put this on here. And then this way, you know, you could peel that all off and just put the backing on each one, but I like to do them individual just for the demonstration purpose here. So we're just going to go around and follow that outline there for the label. Corners are already rounded, so I just follow them around. If you're not good at following with your scissors, you could just cut it out straight and then go back with a corner rounder, but I kind of like the random sort of look of them, and sometimes I'll even just cut it off at an angle or something so that it gives it a little bit of character. And then for the edge, you could go in there. Now here we have a little bit of a blank spot, so I'll probably go back in there. I don't have any stamps out right now, but I'll probably just go back in there and you know, stamp that up. And then for the edge, I just would go in with a marker, and I'm just going along and just run this all along the edge of the paper. You could do this and ink it with like an oxide ink or something, you know, distress ink. But I like the marker because you can kind of come up on the surface if you want here or there and kind of give it that distressed look. And it really makes the card pop a little bit when you put something around the edge like that. And then you could put this on a larger tag and then decorate over the top of it or something like that. So there's our completed tag. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Just a fun little craft project, and how a few leftover items can be used in your junk journaling. So go ahead and check out my shop. That's Yvette's Junk Journal Shop on Ko-fi. Check out my other videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and have a great day.